Hi everyone, so as you've read from the title, I will be doing my Clarisonic Mia 2 experience, and I really don't want to review the Clarisonic on its own just because I just feel there's tons and tons of reviews out there, especially on the Clarisonic Mia 2. So if you want to know exactly what it is about, I kind of recommend you to look for some YouTubers that have done reviews of that, because I feel like there's amazing reviews out there. Here on this video, I just want to share with you my experience. That way it's not a long video. The Clarisonic Mia 2. There is a first one. I really don't know anything about the first one. But this is the brush head. This retails for $149, and it just comes with a charger and a little sample cleanser from Clarisonic, which I haven't even used and I don't think I will use. It also comes with this travel case, protective case, that way you can store it in here if you are going to be traveling. So that was a really nice concept there. It has 2 speeds, and this one is the on button, and this one here you can customize the speed that you want. That means high, that means low or normal, I suppose. And it also has a 60-second tea timer, which that means is that you have 60 seconds to wash or cleanse your face. In this case, it's 20 seconds for your forehead, 20 seconds for your nose and chin, and 10 seconds on each cheek. The cool thing about this product is that whenever you have already been 20 seconds on your forehead, or after the first 20 seconds, it vibrates, or no, it actually beeps. And that means that it's time for you to change on the next area, which is your nose and your chin, and then it'll beep again, and then you'll do your cheek for 10 seconds, and then you'll do the other cheek for 10 seconds. It does come with a sensitive brush head already in here. There are, I believe, 3 more or 4 more brush heads. There's a sensitive, there's a normal, there's a deep cleanse, and there's also an acne prone brush head. I have the sensitive one. That's just the one that came in here. I'm really not planning to change it because, I mean, it was $149, so I was just going to use whatever it was in here already. But it says that you're also supposed to change it every 3 months. It's already been 3 months, or over 3 months. I started using mine on January 19. So I've used it for quite some time now, and I feel like I can share with you my experience with it. It cleans 6 times better than your hands alone. In just 60 seconds, sonic action removes impurities from pores so that cream, serums, and moisturizer are more effective, and with daily use you will notice reduction in dry patches, oily areas, and blemishes. So basically what it's supposed to do is, to me it's kind of like a deep cleansing in a way, because obviously with my hands I wouldn't get that much of a cleanse. But ever since I started using this, my face just completely changed a lot. Before I started using the Clarisonic, I started off with like just my pure hands and regular like soap, and then I got into the cleansers, and then I got into the little sponges that you can get at the drugstore to kind of like scrub your face. I actually even bought once the Olay Pro X or something like that brush. I returned it, and then I bought the CVS one. And then I've been using it every single night, and I do use it with the Origins Checks and Balances. Looks like this is a face wash, and I just recently started using this. Prior to this, I would use the Cetaphil Daily Facial Cleanser for normal to oily skin. Now this thing is great. This is the one that I originally bought when I had bought the Clarisonic. It's a good cleanser. I'm not gonna lie, it's really nice. The only thing I didn't like about it is that it doesn't lather. So I like my my cleansers to have foam, and this one doesn't have foam. Like, it doesn't create foam. So that's one thing I didn't like about it once, and I really have been loving this cleanser. I actually instantly, I'm not even gonna lie, instantly I saw a difference from this to this. Not in the foamy part, but I mean my skin wise. So my experience is that my skin has always been oily, and even by washing it, I would always have to buy cleansers that were targeted towards oily skin. That's why I bought this one also. In the beginning, when I used it, it felt really good. Like, I just felt like kind of like ticklish. So it felt really nice, you know. And by the time I was done with the 60 seconds, my skin, I'm not even kidding you guys. My skin was harsh. Like, it felt so like irritated. And then I had redness here on between my eyebrows. I had redness here, around my mouth. Oh god, like this part was just burning. Like, I felt like my face was burning. Moisturizing cream that I also bought that same day that I bought this one was the Cetaphil moisturizing cream for dry and sensitive skin, and I got this one because I didn't have for oily skin. But I'm so glad they didn't, because this is exactly what I needed after that first use of the Clarisonic. When I put this on, oh god, it even burned more. Like, it was just like, oh my god, like it just burnt and burnt, and I was just scared, because I don't know if you guys have that experience where whenever you wax, or you know, you just have like a burn, like a first degree, or what do you call it, something like that, the first degree burned, you know, it burns, and you can't even put any cream because you still burn. It's just like when you're sunburned and you put cream on top, it burns, you know. That's the feeling I would get in my face, and I was just like, I don't think this is right. So I started going on YouTube and stuff, trying to see if this was normal. Some girl said, I don't think anybody mentioned the reactions I was feeling. Nobody mentioned it, but I was just like hoping, and I was like, oh Lord, please help me. If this product is just not for me, please give me a sign, and whatever, you know. I started praying. So then the next day, my face felt very smooth, and it was obviously because of this baby right here. And then the night came again, I started using it, and it burned. And I'm not even gonna lie, for the first week it burned, but it kind of like started reducing. It wasn't like the first time that I had tried it, so it started reducing. The reason why I didn't stop using the Clarisonic was because I did feel like my face was getting a good cleanse. Like, it was really cleaning. See, if you ever use this, you'll see that even if you already wiped off your makeup, you're still gonna have a lot of makeup on this whenever you wash your face. So after like the first or 2 weeks, my skin was dry, completely dry, and I don't know if it had to do with the weather, because we were on winter, and yeah, like it just felt so dry. But then again, years back, my face had never been dry during winter time, so I don't know if it was maybe the Clarisonic or the winter, or both. Like, after the first month, I started noticing that every time I would like wash my face with a Clarisonic, this redness never went away. I don't know if that was it didn't hurt though, it didn't burn or anything like that. It was just like, I guess, hyperpigmentation, but it never went away either. After that, my face started getting, it wasn't dry anymore, it went to the normal section now. But then after the first month, I started noticing that I started getting some breakouts, and the breakouts that I would start getting were right here and on my chin. I never got any breakouts here or on my cheeks at all, which was good, I guess, but I would only get them here and here. Now, in some of my videos, I'm pretty sure you guys saw that I had like a scab here, or scabs on my foreheads, and then scabs on my chin, excuse me. And that's because, and I mean, I know we're not supposed to, but I tease them. It's just so hard not to, for me. I know it's not that sanitary, it's not good for you, and blah blah blah. I know all that, girl. I know, but I mean, I never learned. I never learned my lesson. I just tease them. It wasn't like, oh my god, I'm breaking out. I mean, I had heard also that your skin might have get some breakouts because of the fact that it was cleaning your face. So I was like, you know what? I guess it's normal. So I just dealt with it. And then after like several months, like I guess after the second month, sorry, I did write down some notes just because I don't want to forget. And then after the month and a half or almost 2 months, I really just noticed my skin was just so smooth. I would even touch it and oh god, like it just feels so nice. So I've seen a lot of a difference. Not only that, like already now that it's been over 3 months, I feel like another thing is that my skin went from normal to combination oily. So I'm back now with a combination oily skin, and I mean it's okay. I mean, I went through the process where it was dry and then normal and then now it's combination oily. So I'm back to my normal skin type that I had previously started, but it's not to the max where it's just oily and oily and oily. I used to have oily skin. So I really hope it stays here. It's been like this for about 2 or 3 weeks already. It hasn't changed. I really hope it stays like this. But one thing that I've noticed also is that I'm getting a lot of compliments. I got this compliment once that I looked more rejuvenated or like younger looking, and I'm like, I am young, but this lady told me, no, you look younger. Like, because I'm 23 years old, and she told me you literally look like you are 15 or so, because my skin looked really nice. And I know you probably can't see that well in this camera, and I'm trying to brag here that I have like an amazing skin, but I have noticed that my skin has been looking healthier and nicer. It just, my complexion also, it has been evened out a lot. The only thing I can tell you is that I haven't seen much difference. Like, I haven't seen a lot of difference. I've seen some difference, but not as the rest of my face is my pores on my nose. They're less visible now, because when before I started using the Clarisonic, they were just, you can see the pores that were open and stuff. And also here on this part, I can tell you right now that they're completely, like, they're very less visible. Unless you get really close to me, then you'll get to see a little bit of pores, but not as the beginning. But my nose still needs some work, and I'm trying to get there. I have heard that whenever that happens is that you might need to change up to a different brush head, which I don't know if because I do have another sensitive brush head with me. So I don't know, I think I'll just keep on using this one. What I do is I change the settings to high that way, and I kind of like push it. And I know that you're not supposed to push it by the reviews or the instructions that I had seen, or reviews I had seen online, but I only do that on my nose because of that reason. For the rest of my face, I just pretty much kind of touch it. It's not like really like, you don't want to drag your skin. Another thing I want to mention to you is that ever since I started using my Clarisonic, and if I don't use it one night, I just feel like dirty. I feel like I need to wash my face with this brush now. But that's just a habit that it is pricey. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is pricey. I mean, $150. It's not like, oh, here you go. It's not like that. It's pricey. But then again, I think it's so worth the money because of the difference that I've actually seen in my face. I really don't think you're gonna regret it. At least I don't regret it. I know that it does have a 30-day at Sephora. So let's say you use it for a week or 2 weeks, just keep your receipt. If you didn't like it, just you can always return it. But then again, my experience was that it took me 3 months to actually feel like, okay, yes, this is it. it really did a difference. You know, it took me 3 months not to only see a difference, but to decide whether it was worth it or not. So to me, it is so worth it. A tip I want to share with you guys is that, let's say if you want it and then you have a roommate that also wants it, or your sister, your spouse, your mom, I don't know, somebody that lives with you that might want it also, hey, you know what, let's pitch in. Let's divide it into 2 or 3, and we all pitch in. This one already comes with a brush head. I know they also sell the 2 brush heads for like 40 bucks, I think, or is it 40 or 30 bucks, something like that. You guys can each buy your own brush head, and then when it's time to get clean, hey, you know what, I'm gonna use it. So just pop out your brush head and let your sister, mom, whoever's sharing with you use it. That way you can only only spend for 1, but each one of you has your own brush head. So like I said, I think it's a great investment. That's just my thoughts. I really hope this kind of helped out for any of you out there that were debating whether to get it or not get it. Remember, this is just my thoughts, and I just really wanted to share with you guys. Plus, I know some of you wanted to hear a feedback or an update on my clarisonic experience. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you have any questions, and remember to follow me on Twitter and on Instagram for daily updates. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.